Madam. Hey. Okay. Hey, it's okay. All right, we are live. Okay. So, what's up, guys? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Getting some people in here. Sweet. Twitter. Mm, mm, Did you move to a state where prostitution is legal? No. Currently in Florida. What's up, guys? Yeah, so been in Florida since like August, I guess. Yeah, like sometime mid-August, and I've been here since. Did not really plan to be here this long, but things kind of myriad of things just kind of all came together, and now here I am in Florida. Still gonna be back in Vegas. I don't really like Florida all that much. But yeah, going back to Vegas in mid-January is the plan right now. Sometime after the holidays, sometime in January is like the good plan. Yeah, what's up, guys? Yeah, Florida has soft poker. Yes, they do. The rooms nearest me actually aren't that great for cash. Like no nearest ones is nearest ones are the Orange City and Daytona, and both of those have pretty low buy-in. Like the buy-in's like 60 to 200, and then they have 5 plus 7, 5 plus 2 for the rake. So it's a low buy-in, and then the rake is pretty high. So it's just kind of a really bad structure to make money with the near rooms nearest me. Like Tampa is pretty good, where I went to school, and then Miami is pretty good. But yeah, Orange City and Daytona, it's you buy in short, and then it's a high rake. So and the games are okay, but they're not amazing. They're just pretty passive. So uh, it's not all that great for poker here. I played some HPT events, bricked all those, like soft bubbled like everything in that. Um, got like best like 2 and 3 away from the money in like 4 events. That was not fun. Um, Poker wise, yeah, played that like that was a couple weeks ago. We did a poker trip up to Connecticut. Springfield just opened. MGM just opened a new casino in Springfield, so there's that. And we went and played up there, and got to play at Foxwoods for the first time, Mohegan Sun. So that was really cool. And that was a good trip. We made money in that. Played the Moneymaker tour. So that was neat. Uh, yeah. So then what I've been doing in the meantime, if not poker, been working for my buddy with his landscape company. That's been going pretty well. Making decent money. doing that, and then I get a company truck and a gas card, so have transportation around here while I'm here. So that's been good. And then staying at my parents, don't really have a lot of living expenses, so that's been good. Just kind of like save up cash and save up more of an actual bankroll. What's up, I'm gonna murder that name if I ever try to pronounce it. Uh, Yeah, so yeah, the plan is to move back to Vegas with like something like 10 or 11K in cash. So that would be an actual bankroll. Uh, and then yeah, start it back over again. And then looks like I have a few more writing opportunities. Uh, and so definitely looking to, I think, incorporate more writing gigs and stuff in my as far as my workload. So I'm guessing your whole getting your money back isn't working out. Yeah, the this is like the court case that never ends. I mean, it's like all court cases, I guess, but yeah. So, uh, that's just it's like everything we win, hand win, yeah, hand win, yeah. That's what I thought. Some of them is like win, yeah. Thank you. Uh, so yeah, some what was that? Court cases, yeah. Um, So with this large class action via Western Union, yeah, there's like a whole big thing. Like it's like a $500 million settlement. And so what happens is like a bunch of lawyers and people all get together, and then they contact people who have been affected by it, and then and so you like all have, and then they go back to the main one, and then sometimes just kind of, and it's like a whole tier sort of legality, uh, and and so you like talk to your guy, you send them all your, all your forms, all your bank records, all, everything that like went down the whole history of it to and all that, and communicate, and for all the dates and times and amounts and everything like that. And then they say okay, and they'll review it, make sure it looks good, and then and see if you're like actually one of these people that was affected by it. And then then they give it to their main people, and then they're like, okay, well, so we're going to, and then like, then there's like a date in like 3 months from now where they have like a hearing, and then people get together and then they just talk, and then there's like, okay, we're gonna reconvene, in 6 months, a year. Yeah, so I think like the last time they had a court thing was like back in September, like September 20th, I think was the date that they had. And then um not really sure what happened. I think the next one is sometime in like mid-January. So it's just a super long legal thing. Sometimes best case is that Western Union just ends up settling with them, and they end up so the sooner they settle, they can start paying out people. But until that happens, uh, the right now it seems like Western Union is alleging that um, the responsibility that they're being sued for isn't all their responsibility, and so they're looking to fight cases where it's not, where their responsibility could be questioned. And so yeah, so they're not settling. They're just fighting it right now. Not the whole thing, because but anyway, yeah, it's so yeah. So there's not a whole lot I can really do. Um, just other than just like send my stuff, and I just wait, and they give me a new date of when the next time all the courts are meeting, and then that's it. It's it's pretty uneventful and kind of frustrating. But we gotta just think, if I get anything, if I end up at the end of the day, if I end up giving anything back, that's good. I'll count that as a win. Hopefully, it looks like everything should still be on the path. It's just like eventual. I have no idea when. Mm, maybe sometime in the summer of 2019. Uh, but yeah, summer of 2019 maybe is like a rough estimate of when that could be settled. It's I knew like I knew court cases were long and could drag out for a while. I didn't know it was this stupidly long. uh, be patient. Stay Beth. Are you working on the game in the meantime? What's up? Good to see you back. Good catching up with or the spring Musashi. Oh yeah. Sorry, didn't mean Florida or the fall. Yeah, man. Yeah, what's up, Thomas O'Toole? Yeah, that was a cool night. How's the dating going? Plenty of time to learn short deck. Ah, n- go team up north. No, I don't think so. Yeah, so as far as like working on my game, yeah, I actually got some pretty cool, pretty valuable training material from uh Upswing and I got a bunch of stuff from Upswing. I got access to Upswing's Deep Stack Cash Game course, their MTT course, and their Heads Up course. And then I have what else do I have? Something that's what Patrick uses. Now I'm drawing a blank on the other. It's an MTT course. Um, Something else like that. That's one of the best MTT courses out there. And then also Red Chip Poker contacted me and asked to be I wanted to be an affiliate, and with that I gained access to their stuff. So I'm been going through some of Red Chip stuff too, which is really cool. Uh, and yeah, so that's been really cool. Raise your edge. That's the that's MDT course. Um, yeah, so there's like it's like over like it's like 4 or 5 grand worth of material, and you got it for free for writing reviews on them. So or just being a poker guy. Redchip just contacted me. Uh, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, and yeah, so that's been really good to have all that stuff. And yeah, both in cash games and MTTs just learned like a lot of stuff, and still learning. The courses are so massive. Like there's so much info in those courses. They're expensive for a reason. Like there's so much stuff in them, and figured out a few big leagues, especially in MTTs, of where the spots I was just completely missing. Uh, Feel sorry for your opponents when you turn to felt. Go back to the vengeance. Yeah, yeah. I can't wait to go back to Vegas. Um, you have tattoos. What are they? I have one tattoo uh, on my left shoulder. Um, it's a tribal cross. Want to get it worked up a little bit because it's supposed to say, especially let's say like Jesus on the crossbar, and you can't really tell that now. So I'd kind of like to have it worked on. Uh, Late to the party. What's your current status? Current status is in Florida. May Working an actual real job. Currently just saving up some cash and then going back to Vegas. In mid January. Looks like no set date yet. My buddy's moving out there for poker. Kind of make a road trip out with him, and so we'll be back to Vegas. Yeah, sometime after the holidays, sometime in January. 90% chance that sometime in January. So sometime after the holidays. No set date, but yeah, soon. Don't really like Florida all that much. People are okay, but um, I mean, yeah, Florida just sucks compared to Vegas. Even if I wasn't, I tell people even if I wasn't a poker player, I would probably still go back to Vegas. Vegas is just that awesome. Vegas has so much stuff. Mm. Will you be doing the homeless thing again? Likely. I think. So the plan is to go back with like 10 or 11K. And so unless I can get like if I could find a really good housing situation where I only had to pay like $400 a month total in for rent and stuff, then I would probably be up for that. But like that just adds up. um that just adds up a lot really quickly, you know? Like I'm sorry. You know, something in my throat. um let's see. Ugh. Okay. um yeah, so like even if did get like a real cheap, you know, housing situation at $400 a month, over 6 months, that's $2,400, which is, you know, when you come out with 10, 11K, that's a quarter of what, you know, almost a quarter of what you come out with just in rent. Just, you know, just to have a roof over your head and a fridge, you know. So that's, you know, that's a lot. So yeah, what stakes you playing right now? Still same stakes. Haven't really moved up. Just kind of been saving up cash. Water, good idea. I need to grab some water. Actually, I think it will be back in 2 seconds. Okay. Alright, that should be better. Uh, Sorry, I was trying to set up OBS and or Streamlabs to have a little bit more of a cleaner looking stream earlier, but it was just crashing my computer for whatever reason and did not work out. So just using the basic like webcam stream. How come you don't get free hotel rooms once in a while with all your play? I actually do get free rooms fairly often. They add up, especially with total rewards at Caesars. But the thing is, if you're not diamonds, which I'm not, you still have resort fees to pay. So it's not an actual free room unless you're diamond, then it is. Where do you plan on grinding in Las Vegas? Any specific rooms? Promo chasing? Power Girls for 2019 hours hourly. Oh, really good question. Uh, yeah. So I think as far as the grinding places, no real specific. Just kind of you know sort of what I was doing before, just taking advantage of the game selection that you have in Vegas and bouncing around. I think I'll likely be going to. I think I'll likely be going to making more trips to LA and playing in more stuff out there. I think I think there's a lot of value in playing in LA for sure. LA like hands down has better poker. Like it's not even close. Um, 2 plus 2 guys when they used to have a podcast were said this about LA, which I think poker, which I think fits pretty well. Like LA just exists in some weird time warp where people never run out of money and they never get any better. That's pretty true. Um, it's pretty awful. Even with the rake that people complain all the time about the rake in LA, and the rake is pretty stupidly high. But yeah, the games are pretty nuts. So yeah, I'll probably be going out to LA a little bit more, but yes, kind of same thing. Yeah, just room selection in Vegas. And take uh, some daily tournaments. See if there's overlay, especially those reduces rake on those. So I think I'll be pretty much the same thing, a little bit more aggressive, I guess, in building a role and shot taking. But yeah, I haven't really figured out my total goals for 2019 yet. Uh, advice for new bloggers. Yeah, I would say probably the biggest one is after you figure out like what you want to do, like what it is you want to present to the internet, and and you have a good reason for why people should come and watch your stuff, is just being consistent and with it, and putting out content after content after content, even if you're not getting a bunch of response right away. Like, sounds pretty hypocritical for me to say that when I haven't released a vlog in you know how long has it been now. But yeah, like look at all the all the top all the top bloggers. They may have like a million subscribers, but they've also worked their butt off and they have a million videos to go up with that. So yeah, just stay consistent with putting out content, and not just on like one media thing. If your thing's Instagram, promote it just on Instagram, but also use your Twitter and Facebook, and use all your social media outlet. uh, water. uh, use all your social media outlets to promote whatever it is you're trying to. When's next vlog coming out? See, I had a bunch of stuff I was going to go over specifically. Well, for the rest of 2018, and then I caught up with like OBS and stuff, and then did not go over it. So let's see. It's the 16th now. Next week is Thanksgiving. I'll have a new vlog out by the 30th. Is that fair? Yeah, 30th. And then let's go ahead and see. Let's see. There's the 7th, 14th, 21st, and 28th. Okay, so there's like 4 weeks. December. Three. All right, so let's set a goal for 2018 because I'm so stupidly behind. I'm fine with filming vlogs. Filming is not a problem. I even got a new vlogging camera. It's downstairs. Yeah, I got a new vlogging camera too, and I filmed my whole poker trip to Connecticut and everything. Haven't even like touched the editing of it. It's just and it's good to make goals, but I just need to be like consistent with goals. Like when I when I set my mind to something, like I'm all in, I'm all about it. If I actually do it, and then but if I fall off, then I just completely fall off. Um, yeah. So, well, yeah, it's the best games. I agree. Sorry, I'm trying to go semi in order of the chat. Biz Fruit Diamond or Resort Fees. Yeah, I agree. Fantasy Sports Pro when you go back. No, I don't think so. Fantasy sports is actually like I think it's still like banned in Vegas. For some reason, Nevada Gaming Commission doesn't like money, and so like pretty much most of the DFS stuff out there is banned now. You have a little bit of it with like extended props and stuff now through the sports books, but seems like the gaming commission is kind of trying to funnel DFS through the sports books, and that's the only way they're letting it go. Like I think a few years ago, the World Series had was it DraftKings? I think like a 50-50 where 50% of the people cashed, and that was it. And then now like they're banned in Vegas. So why why Vegas players leave town to play so much? That's because I don't think Vegas is as fantastic of a poker destination as you might think. Um, I think for low stakes, it's definitely fine, and like Johnny Vibes has said this as well. If you're playing low stakes, I think it's still pretty good, and because you still get plenty of tourist action, and a lot of people, if they come to Vegas, they play low stakes. Um, so I think Vegas is still fine and still doable for that. But as far as like higher stakes, like 510, like the 510 games here in Vegas are usually just not that great. One of my good friends, Chase Bianchi, he lives in Maryland, and when they were considering, he binked a 1500 bracelet a few years back, and then was considering where to move to for poker, and was considering Southern California or Florida or Maryland area. It wasn't even really considering Vegas because like he just knew that like the 510 and up games were all just pretty bad as far as what goes on in the country. uh, how's the boat coming along? Okay. A little bit of a dip since coming to Florida, but yeah, gained like 17 pounds so far, which I think could be better. Hopefully we can make a big push last couple months and get to my goal. What is it, 140? I think. I have to go back and see. Uh, um, something like that. But yeah, it's going okay. What's your favorite poker room? To play at, I really like playing at Caesars. I really like Caesars. They just have a really well run room. Really good floor staff, really great dealers, really good lighting. The rake is low. There's no promo drop. Um, the TVs are available from whatever seat you sit in. So if you want to watch a game, you can see a game from whatever seat you're sitting at. Yeah, I mean, the Wynn is obviously the nicest room in Vegas. I don't think that's really up for debate. Wynn is by far first class, top notch. And they have really good dealers too. Nothing negative about the Wynn really. Uh, but yeah, I like playing at Caesars. And the Wynn is it's on the strip technically, but it's not really on the strip. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's like a little bit far. It's all the other casinos, and then Wynn is like a couple of blocks away. Have you no psycho uh, So since you'll continue the homeless thing, and have you considered an upgrade like an electric car? Um, Thought about it. I don't know. Yeah, if I upgraded, I think I'd upgrade to like a little bit bigger of a car. Like, what is it? Toyota has something out. It's like it's like Toyota. Um, RAV4. Yeah, they have a RAV4 hybrid, which I think would be a really good option. Uh, but they're pretty new cars. They haven't been out for all that long, and I'm not gonna go into debt for a car. So I just want to pay cash for it, like I have with all my vehicles and all my stuff. Uh, so as for right now, no. Prius is working out. Where in Florida are you? Orlando area. uh, Greater Orlando area. I'm playing at MG Mahar right now. Chase is here playing. Yeah, really good guy. Definitely like one of my biggest poker peers. Um, send him all my hands. Talk to him fairly often. Yeah, really, really great. He's been huge, a key role in my with everything with related to poker. Yeah, really good guy. How's McFolden? Doing okay. Doing good. You're looking healthier, dude. Good. Um, what's the best advice given to you about what advice would you give to amateur players about poker? Hmm. Or best advice? I don't know. There's so much stuff, right? Um, I guess just like uh f- focusing on playing well and being less results oriented. Uh, like I recently went back through the mental game of poker, and it's just such a really good book. Like for recreational players, I think it's okay. It doesn't really make too big of a difference. I don't think one way or another. But I think if you're considering going pro or are pro, I think you have to read the mental game of poker. It's just really huge for your mindset. Uh, so yeah, I think the mental side of it is, and just like being mentally prepared is probably the best thing. Um, and what advice would I give? Manager players, just be patient. Uh, be patient. Realize that to people at your table likely aren't going to adjust, so you don't really have to worry too much about your frequencies or being balanced. You can just kind of exploit them by folding. You can exploit them by going for max value and giving them awful prices on their flush draws and whatever, because they'll still call. Uh, and yeah, just value town people, and just be patient. I'm in Orlando too, dude. Where you play? Hard Rock, Tampa, Orange City. Orange City and Daytona. Some, but yeah, I was going over it a little bit before. I realized I'll just kind of repeat myself as people come in and leave, etc. But yeah, like the structure here is just kind of bad. At least in Orange City and Daytona, is just kind of crappy for cash games because uh, they have a low buy-in. It's 60 to 200 is the cap, and then it's 5 plus 2 for the rake. So they cap it at $200, and then it's $7 rake. So if over, like, let's say over, a seven, let's say over a 7-hour session, you win 7 hands. That's a potential of $70 of rake of, for when you buy in for 200. Like, you can see why it's just really, most people don't even beat the rake, much less the game. So the games just have to be really great in order for you to beat them, and they're okay, but they're not like massive where you have like this huge, you're gonna have this great alley that's gonna beat that high rake like it is in LA. uh WSB lands in Cherokee and grind some cash games. I've heard good things about Cherokee. I've heard, yeah, I've always heard that that's a really good stop. Yeah. What happened with identity theft? Yeah, I went over that a little bit earlier. Still ongoing. Like, it's just really a waiting game. Like, I send them all my stuff and my forms and whatever, and then they're like, okay, the next court date is blah blah blah, and then that date comes and goes, and like, okay, they met, they didn't really make any decisions. The next court date is 6 months from now, and we'll talk to you then. And that's kind of how it is. It's just, yeah, a long waiting game so far. So right now, still everything is looking good. Like, I haven't my case hasn't been tossed out or anything. So according to my attorney that I got hooked up with for this big class action, all that is going well, and so there's no like discrepancies or anything like that that would hinder my case from being approved when things do get settled. But yeah, Western Union is not wanting to settle right now. They're disputing quite a few of the cases that are being brought before them right now. So until they decide not to, or until the court rules one way or the other, uh, then it's just going to be wait. So hurry up and wait. Yeah. Uh, I went 270 out of 1,319 last time GA for $0. Only paid 130 high. Journeys are brutal. Drove 10 hours each way from out. Dang, yeah, that's a while. How far away is Turkey? It's from me. I know, like, that's one of the reasons it's really good is um just because it's out sort of out in the middle of nowhere, right? And so, like, you can't fly to Cherokee. So there's like, not some top. It's like a trip to get to Cherokee. Uh, so like some of a lot of the like top pros and stuff don't want to make a grinder trip to Harrah's there, right? Yeah, okay, it's actually uh yeah, so it's 8 hours and 41 minutes. So yeah, so it's a 9-hour drive. Um yeah. So that's, yeah, 572 miles from me. So yeah, that's a trip and a half. um Yeah, that's because they give $1,000 high hands every 30 minutes on Fridays and Saturdays. Yeah, yeah, and I've been in the rooms when they've had their $1,000 high hands and stuff, but haven't hit one. And then like if you actually do the math on it, like your hourly, it sounds really good, $1,000 every 30 minutes, but then you have to calculate, okay, what are the odds of getting the high hand in the first place or qualifying hands? What's the better, the odds of at least getting aces full or better? Uh, and then what are the times the number of people at your table times however many tables are going. So even $1,000 every 30 minutes, that's not, you're not really adding to your hourly all that much. Yes, it's there. Obviously, there's value there, but it's not going to be a ton of crazy value. Um, so it's like if there's, if yeah. So even with all the money that they do give back, it's not, the rake back is still not not a real high percentage rake back until you hit it. Like the chances of that actually happening still aren't that great. Uh, Sounds like the game Chicagoland, 200 rake 7 plus 1 plus tip. However, you do get 50 cents an hour in comp and bottled water, $2. Yeah, the rakes comps here, um, I think are, I think it's like 50 cents or maybe $1 an hour. I think it's like 50 cents an hour. It's not much. And then none of the food or drinks are free. Um, Cherokee, how did you decide to go pro? So I was back in December of 2017, was it? Yeah, 2017. Trying to think. No, 2016. When did I come out to Vegas? Uh, yeah. Uh, December of 2016. Yeah. Uh, uh, December 2016. I was playing on Ignition, and then I got second in this tournament. One of their big when they crushed all their guarantees. Uh, I got second in this tournament on Ignition for like 20K, and I'd already been interested in poker. I was just kind of in between aviation jobs at the time, and was really interested in poker. I'd been playing a lot online, and then hit the score, and I had a buddy up moving out to Vegas in January, and I was like, hey, let's, I got, the 6 months, the 30 buy-ins and 6 months of living expenses now. Let's give it a shot, see what happens. If not, I have poker to fall back, or, aviation to fall back on if it doesn't go well. And so that's kind of how that happened. Most How most people go pro is usually mostly one of two things. Either they hit a score in a tournament and they have a big bankroll to go pro with, or they're just playing poker on the side of their job, and then they start doing really well in poker, and they realize they're just making more money at poker than they are the job, and so they quit their job. And since they're making more money, uh, so which I think is a little bit better way to go if you're gonna do it. But yeah, uh, glad of your life that you died. Yeah, uh, me too. Cash games are filled with people who think they're going to be on TV because they saw it on ESPN but don't know how to play. Easy to rake the tables. Yeah. How long will you be on? I'll be here until through the holidays at least. So mid January, somewhere in there is when it's looking like I'm going to move back to Vegas. my home is still in Vegas, and most of my possessions and clothes and everything. So yeah, definitely going back there. Just been in Florida a little bit longer, but yeah, been working for those of you who are new. Yeah, been working for my buddy with his landscape company. Get paid decent with that, and then have get like a company truck and gas card and stuff. So that's been good. Just saving up cash and then go back to Vegas uh, for um, go back to Vegas with like 10 or 11K in cash, and then I'll have an actual bankroll to work with as opposed to the what 3K I was trying to work off of after the whole bank crap. Um, you gotta sign my poker backpack. Yeah. Oh, check out my poker backpack. I have a pretty cool one. I like it. One second. Here's my backpack. Ooh, yeah, Poker Stars patch, card player, TPE, Tournament Poker Edge, Software Y, which are all good guys, and Poker Go. And it's a cool backpack. I got it on Amazon for like I think it was like a $30 backpack or something. It's really nice. It's like waterproof, really comfortable. It has a laptop compartment. It's really good stuff. Let's see. Thoughts on player pool across the country, skill level higher in different regions. Yes, I think so. I think that is. One second. I'll be off camera for a minute. Yes, I think the poker. I think people, different regions do have different skill levels. Um, LA, I think, is in some weird vortex where people never run out of money and people never get better. Uh, and then in I think on the East Coast, I think I think the low stakes games are a little bit tougher. Uh, in most places, I would say. Places like South Florida, I think, is okay. Is pretty good. Tampa is pretty good. But yeah, I don't know if you guys listen to the Thinking Poker podcast, but they recently had John the Lawyer on again, and he was talking about he plays up in Foxwoods area, and was sort of talking about the poker landscape and the economy of different the benefits and disadvantages of new poker rooms opening up, and just people all people playing the same game and not really being enticing to new players. uh, so yeah, it was he explained it way better than I could, but yeah, it was I think the most recent Thinking Poker episode out, which was really good. Yeah, I was playing part time, working 50 hours a week. Quit my job 8 months later. A few months back, or downswing. Now working third shift at Meyer for 11.50 hour. Yeah, I mean, sucks. I mean, yeah, like I was playing poker in one of the greatest cities in America in Las Vegas, and now busting my butt work. Not sweating. Wasn't sweating today, but yeah, I was working like crazy hard out in the sun. Moving trees and mowing grass and stuff. Yeah, fun stuff. But making good money or okay money, and just saving time. Oftentimes people lose their job and become pro. I mean, yeah, it's uh, yeah, super. How to become a poker pro? Super easy. You just quit your job. Uh, that's all you gotta do. It's yeah. What do your taxes say? Like that's how you become a pro. Uh, current bankroll is saving one buy-in or playing WSP $400 tourney stops and decent learning tournaments one bite at a time. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, yeah, it just sort of depends on what kind of disposable income you have and how much you're able to set aside from whatever your job is. Mine's better. John Vibe said, that's cool. Vibes is a good guy. Hit me up when you go to Orange City again. Yeah, for sure. You ever visit Ohio? Born and raised. OHIO. Yeah. Yeah. It's been a while since I've been in Ohio. I definitely want to go back. Hopefully catch a game. Um, Probably next year, I guess. But yeah. Um, were you an aero engineer or something? No starts of restarting that career. Yeah, I was an airframe and power plant mechanic with specialty in avionics. So basically, I could work on mechanics, and then I could also work on electrical parts of the airplane. Oh man, I'm sorry, I don't know what. Ah, yeah. So yeah, I wasn't in the aviation industry, and have I considered going back to that? I have. Part of my thing, part of my hang up for wanting to go back or into that is I wouldn't want to go back into it and for like less than a year. Even if I was doing it for a year, I'm not sure if I would want to only do it for that long, just because it's more so of a career job than it is. It's not exactly like I'm going to work at McDonald's, right? Like, there's plenty of aviation jobs out there. Like, there's a lot, and they pay pretty well. But I don't know. I guess part of it, I guess, is I guess I have a hang up about like wanting to go back to this nicer field and with a nicer job and benefits and everything like that, and then being like, oh yeah, I'll put in a year and then I'm out. Um, yeah, so I think I'd want to go back for at least a couple years if I did that. And do I want to take a couple 2 years off poker for doing that? I don't know. I mean, some people wouldn't have a problem with it. It's just kind of personal preference, I think. But yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to do that. But yeah, I still like aviation. Aviation is really cool. Um, but it's also a job. And I'm making almost what I would make if I was doing that right now. Anyway. Why do you think the Jabber not paying his bet to poker out? Uh, if you hope don't pay their bets. Yeah, that's still a thing. Uh, yeah, obviously, I think everyone should pay whatever bet they made. I've certainly made the mistake of, either investing in people or loaning people money in the past for poker reasons, and then it's been, uh, you know, way longer to get money back, or still haven't got money back that was promised me for my loan or investment or whatever it was. So that's yeah, you just gotta be careful who you make bets with in deals. It's um and like poker crowd, like initially you like gave him a walk, you kind of just blew it off, and then the vlog fans were still making this huge deal about it, and then I think like Truba got upset about it, and then poker got like made fun of Trooper for getting upset about it, and still like this whole like drama thing. But it's yeah. But your bets like and always yeah. I think you should just yeah be careful who you make bets with. I think Pokercraft's a good guy. I think Trooper's a good guy. I'm friends with him. Trooper's never given me a reason to dislike him personally. He's always been cool towards me. So until the day that he's not, um, he's a cool guy. Uh, where do you see yourself in poker 5 years from now when you come back to it? Where do you see yourself in poker? So, like, where do I see the poker industry 5 years from now, or where do you see, or where do I see myself in poker? Um, will I get a job and drinking the max I want to most nights? Uh, could be. I don't think. I don't think drinking the max is usually your most plus EV line. I think there's a lot better lines you can say take other than drinking the max. I have a couple friends that take that line, and it's not gone well for them in the drinking compartment. Am I a Boski fan? I think Boski's a decent guy. Um, whenever I've talked with him in person, he's cool. He takes his channel vibe is certainly different than some others, which I think it needs to be because on YouTube, I think you need to be different in order to make a mark. Um, so yeah, a little bit polarizing, I guess, on some things, but uh, yeah, uh, I covered a couple of events that he was on in from Poker News, uh, and yeah, kind of a unique character, but you know, there's certainly the worst people in poker. I'll say that. Certainly worse people in poker. Uh, has YouTube what was it? Has YouTube ever paid you money? Yeah. You get there's like 15 or 20 different little tiny things that in YouTube's algorithms that all add up to you getting paid. You can do it in the chat. You can give money in the chat. Donations. Uh, so there's like a whole bunch of things, like how long people watch how long people watch your videos for, how many people watch your videos, if they keep watching YouTube after they keep watching your videos, or they got into YouTube by watching your videos, how many people are subscribed viewers, how many people are new subscriber viewers, whole, what part of the country, what time. There's a whole bunch of things that YouTube calculates into your revenue. But yeah, when I was doing it before, yeah, it was when I was actually making vlogs and being consistent with it. It was around $100 a month, which was nowhere near the worth for the time I was putting in, but didn't really start it for the money. I just want to move to Vegas to go with Marley. So hot. Yeah, that's like the newest, hottest, right? Vlogger on the scene. Yeah, she's blown up and had some controversy herself. um, I think what she's doing is fine. I think I'm a fan of her content. uh, yeah, I think the self-deprecating humor is just fine. I kind of do that. Like I make fun of myself for for being broke, being homeless. Like, and I don't think I actually, and obviously they don't have like an actual problem towards homeless people. Like I think Vegas is top 5 in the nation for the homeless population. Like Vegas actually has like a for real homeless problem. And you if you've been on the strip, you know that. Uh, and yeah, like obviously, like I don't think you know. Yeah, so I think it's fine. Like, take a joke, laugh. She's just trying to be different. You need to be unique. You need to find your niche on YouTube if you want to make it. And she's found her niche, and so go with it. Like, she's not being rude. She's not being brass, and she's just trying to be different and make content, and still like fairly. It's not like she's berating other people or anything. So I don't think it's really hurting anybody, and I think it's fine. Uh, I also love to sit next to Minkin and Eternity. Kelly Minkin is cool. She's a cool poker chick, for confirmed. If you could only play one vlogger, heads up, which one would it be? Hmm. I don't know. Hmm. Let's see. I don't know. Hmm. I think a matchup with Boski would be cool. Especially after the whole huge hand at Sounds. I think that would be a cool vlog. Playing heads up with Boski. I think that would be cool. As far as like entertaining guys to play with, I don't know. They're all really good guys. Um, they're all really good guys that I know. So Um, yeah, they'd all be pretty fun people. There's no real people that have a one preference over another. Just joined. Where you been? Been in Florida, working an actual job. Just saving up a bankroll, to get back over 5 figures, and then head back to Vegas sometime after the holidays. Uh, with all that shit stuck, I want to play with Trooper. Yeah, don't shower for a week before you play post. Yeah, just like come in with like the maximum. Yeah, it's like max homeless. Like, uh, yeah. Your thoughts on Pilo cash games? I think they're high variance, and they play pretty big. That's about all I know. I know some Pilo. I haven't really studied it enough to where I think real profitable in PLO. Um, but I have some friends that play it, and I think the more you study, I think just same way in a lot of the limit games. I think there's still a massive um, uh, still it hasn't been studied nearly as much, I don't think, as the limit. So I think there's still a lot of value to be had in Pillow, but uh, yeah, sticking with no limit for now for me. uh, what's up? I was watching your videos today. Oh, thanks. Awesome. Someone still is. Do you have more than 30K life roll? Not anymore. No. Yeah, obviously, like the cash that I go with isn't going to be just all, everything I have. Like I still have some in crypto. I still have my car. I still have possessions that that are worth some things. So that's not like my entire net worth, right? But yeah, as far as like actual cash, um, that I'll go back to Vegas to play with is, yeah, 10, 11K, which is a solid starting point. 20K would be better, but yeah, 10K is still comfortable if and able, especially if you're homeless. Yeah, like I said, like even if you go back with 10K and you have an apartment, like that's not really, that can still, your cost of living just is crazy even for 10K. Um, why go to what happened to the stream? Is it still not? Is it okay, it's back. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I may not have like the best internet right now. Why go to Vegas when there are so much better places to play around the country? Good question. Yeah, I think South Florida is really good for poker. I'm in like Central Florida, which is not that great for poker. But I think South Florida is really good. Southern California is obviously fantastic. There's a lot of games around Maryland. Maryland is pretty good. Uh, and so yeah, in Vegas is, I think, low stakes. I think for low stakes it's fine. I think for 1 2 1 3 it's still pretty good. Uh, and as far as like 2 5 is okay-ish, but once you give above 2 5, I don't think Vegas is really that good. I live in Maryland. If you ever come, I have a couch for you. Awesome. Sorry guys, I have to. I drank all that water and I have to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back. I'll mute the mic. I'm not gonna take you to the bathroom like some vloggers do. I'll be right back. What's this? Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, nice wall. Awkward. I know. I'm sorry. Like that water is like hit me like a waterfall. Holy crap. Are you gonna make any more vlogs? Yes. Yeah. So I decided I'll have next vlog out by the 30th, and then I'll have at least 4 vlogs by the end of the year. So um that's the goal for that. Um, I wish Georgia would legalize gambling, would let it have a poker room in ATL, so I have to travel so far to get a game. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of crazy that Georgia doesn't have that legal yet. Yeah. Oh man, I think yeah, games in like Atlanta. Yeah, that would be huge if for the city. Florida just passed their something gambling related um for their um like amendment, what was it, amendment 13 they had, that gave Florida, it gives voters the right for the say so for gambling decisions. So like anything gambling related goes through the voters as opposed to just being approved with the legislators, which I think is good and bad. I think uh, I think it's obviously really good to give voters control of of uh, of what's going on in their state, and I think that helps with people being paid off, and is a good safeguard. Yeah, minute 13. Yeah, I think that's good. However, I think for as far as like it relates to poker and poker getting bigger in Florida, I think it's pretty bad. Um, I like the Seminole tribe was one of the biggest donators to vote no on or vote yes on Amendment 13, because they're happy. Like they don't exactly have a monopoly over Florida, but they have a huge chunk of all the gambling in Florida, and no other tribe can put up a casino. Um, and So now, if anything wants to happen with gambling in Florida, if Florida wants to have sports betting, if a new poker room wants to open up in actual land, in downtown Orlando, people it can't just be approved via Tallahassee now. Now the entire state has to approve it, or even if it's just for one tiny local poker room. What? $10 from Neon Vacation? Yo, thanks a lot. Mm, awesome. Uh, keep up the great work. It's all the time. Also, check out my channel. Stuff from serious though. Thanks, man. No, thank you, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, if you're allowed to, everyone go check out Neon Vacation's channel. That is super awesome. Yeah, no, you give $10. Yeah, you earn. That's a paid advertising. Absolutely. How much is a ticket to the Poker Awards? So the Poker Awards is free, sort of. Um, so they don't sell tickets to the awards. It's pretty much it's just kind of an invite only. So yeah, just kind of have to be invited, and if you get invited, you're in, and you have a table and with other people and stuff, and then yeah, so it's kind of like the Oscar. Do you have? I don't know how the Oscars work. Um, but yeah, it's yeah. There's no tickets or anything. It's not like you can buy them on StubHub or anything. Uh, even if it's just data straight in Florida, we would like to see it. Yeah, yeah. No, I've logged some of the I played some HPT stuff when they were here and bricked everything. So that was fun. Come to Michigan, they have 3 casinos in Detroit and a bunch throughout the state. Yeah, yeah, I'd like to go to Michigan. Uh, yeah, I'd like to play a little more, especially with having, like, especially like January is when I go back to Vegas. It's kind of going to be like a restart. I think, like a hard restart for everything. I started off the year really, really well with all my goals. Like I had all this plan, and I had all these plans for working out. I had all these plans for how Parker was going to go. I had all these plans for how my YouTube channel was going to go. I had all this stuff. I had the schedule. I was nailing it. I was putting out vlog after vlog after vlog. I was writing articles. It was all going awesome. And then I got caught up in all the crazies in the World Series. And then I left Vegas, and then it's just all kind of fallen off. uh, so yeah, I've been breaking more than LeBron James flats, or even making more than LeBron James free throws in the fourth quarter. I played in Daytona. Went to You're a Nice Guy. We had fun. Oh, cool. Yeah, I didn't realize anyone in. I got recognized up in Connecticut and at Mohegan. Some people recognize me. I don't think anyone's really come up to me in Daytona. Uh, but yeah, that's cool. Yes, one of the guys, Mohegan, he played with Priestley a lot. Who's a good guy. So that was cool, and it was actually kind of funny. I was playing 2-5 in Mohegan, and um, then this guy he was doing pretty well. I think like the max at Mohegan is 500, and he had around like 9 8 or 900 in front of him, and then with the course of like a half hour, he lost just a few big hands, and several $100. And he went down, and he just he got quiet. Like you could tell that it just was affecting him. Like it would affect most people who were up and then lost some big pots, just big pot after big pot after big pot. Uh, and I was like, "See, aren't you glad you don't have a vlog? Like this way, it's you don't have to you don't have to uh, write down the hands that you lost, then talk to the camera about how you lost the hand, edit it, watch it 15 times while you're editing it about how you lost the hand, and then have 100 people tell you how bad you played it." And he's like, "Yeah, no, poker's tough enough, man." It was funny. A poker friend in Vegas who would love to house you, hose you at the new have you at the new house if you need a place to stay. They emailed you a while ago. Offer still on. I think I remember something about that. I think I have to go back through my Viking email. To remain in poker, you must learn PLO cash. I think there's a decent amount to be said for PLO. I think it's getting bigger. Uh, it seems like it's seems like PLO has kind of uh I don't think PLO has really gotten huge. It's definitely gained more popularity, but No Limit is still by far and away the big game. And um, in like the last year, I don't think PLO cash games have really made a huge spike in popularity. So for the foreseeable future, uh, I think you'll be okay if you don't know. But yeah, obviously, like the more games that you know, the more games you become really good at it. I think the better you'll be as a player. So I think there's a lot to be said for learning all the games. Do a bike king across America on your way back to Vegas. Yeah, so that's actually another thing um, that is probably going to happen. My friend wants to move out to Vegas in January, and that's sort of what we're trying to line up sometime in January that I'm moving back to Vegas. And so, yeah, we're going back to Vegas in January, and yeah, we'll kind of like do a little road trip. I don't know if it's going to be as much of a poker thing. I think it might just be a little bit more of just like get to Vegas, and get there. But yeah, could be cool. It's always fun. I like driving. I like driving across the country. I hate variance enough. Pilos is a game. Flipping coins for thousands. Why? Yeah. Yeah. I covered the what was it? Um. So I covered a couple PLO events for Poker News this year, and Ryan LaPlante potential. He was at a table I was covering, and they're talking about just how like the variance of Pilo and how crazy how close the equities run. And he's like, yeah, it's like just find a hand that isn't 35% pre-flop. Just try and find a hand that's not 35%. It's really hard. um, I don't know who you were then. We were just we're just learning, have fun. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Um, was planning on taking the Treasure Island game and keep Breakback for myself. Yeah, and then before Treasure Island, yeah, bit the dust. Still living in a car. I likely will when I get back to Vegas. Um, yeah, um, likely will. Um, so yeah, so I'll still be doing all that. Um, Yeah, and I'll still be writing more. I think I think seems like some more writing opportunities that present themselves. Uh, and so yeah, stick to no limit where I flop 8, 9, 10 with queen jack and there's a 10, 8 calling me down and hitting the 8 on turn, 10 on river for $200 at a time. FPLO. Yeah. Uh, what are the future goals? Yeah. So, uh, yeah. Obviously want to like get back to Vegas. I kind of like get back on track with everything. Like immediate goals. I'll put out a vlog before the 30th, and then I'll put out at least 4 total vlogs before the first of the year. So those will be like my immediate goals. As far as immediate poker goals, there's not a whole lot because yeah, Daytona and Orange City is kind of crappy structure for cash games, and they don't have amazing tournaments either. So there's that. So not a whole lot going on poker wise, unfortunately, for being a poker vlog. But yeah, back to Vegas. Have bankroll above 5 figures, and then yeah, we'll go from there and start back to Vegas first. I'm playing Invasion January. We're gonna play 2-5 at Bellagio. Is that a trap or decent game? Decent 1-2 rec player here. I think 2-5 Bellagio is a good starting point. It's for whatever reason, I don't know why. It's Bellagio that wanted to do this, but yeah, it's low cap at Bellagio. It's 500 max at Bellagio. So you're not super short, but it's only 100 bigs. Um, and but yeah, games run pretty often there. 2-5 is almost always running there, and there's a few decent regs in the game, but most of all the good, really good 2-5 regs um are at Aria or Win mostly. So yeah, 2-5 yeah, if you're gonna play 2-5 in Vegas and I think Bellagio is a good place. Or another game I think that's good is 1-3 at the Win. It's that's 500. That's also 500 cap, and almost everybody plays for 500, and uh, and that is and that game plays like a 2-5. Honestly, it's plays plays a lot bigger than your normal 1-3. Yeah, so 2-5 Bellagio or Win 1-3. If you decided to play, taking my friends abroad to stay with them, we'd be willing to stake you. Yeah, Hero. Yeah, it sounds a lot familiar. I'm not actually log on to my old email. Yeah, my key email. Yeah, I'll look into that tonight, and I'll see. I remember a few of the details, but not all of them. But yeah, I'll look into that. I totally forget. Thanks for reminding me about it. You in Florida? Yes, yeah, in Florida for right now through the holidays. Back to Vegas in January. All right. Yeah, cool. All right, this has gone almost an hour and a half. Yeah, it's gone a lot longer of an update than I thought, but it's been good talking with you guys. Um, any further questions or anything that I didn't cover that you guys wanted me to? My voice is like going, gone almost. My throat is like killing me. I don't know why. I've been I've been fine all day, and then I try and stream, and it's been awful. $5 just to get you Just some help to get back to Vegas. Awesome. Thank you. Shout out, hero. Actual hero. Actual hero. Awesome. Thanks a lot, dude. Uh, any plans to play on Daytona? Maybe. I might play in their. They have their that 150 buying 50K coming up with like a million starting flights to hit. I thought it was kind of funny that they have like flight I, right, or something stupid. And it's just a 50K guarantee. Like it's not that crazy of a guarantee, but they have like so many flights guaranteed that they won't overlay. Pretty much. But yeah, I might play in that. I might fire a bullet in that. But other than that, maybe. Yeah, I don't think so. Oxford Downs. Oxford Downs is another one I play. I played a few tournaments out there. They have some okay tournaments that aren't stupid break. And with some really bad players. So I played a few tournaments there. Um, yeah, okay, well, I think that's looks like that's everything. Yeah, so thanks so much for guys for watching. It's better than 350 buying for 25 guarantee, $100 bounties. So bounties are really cool. Bounties are a whole bounties are a whole different tournament, but yeah, I enjoy bounty tournaments. They're a lot of fun. Your ranges definitely do some different things where your equity is changes a little bit. I just joined. What happened? Yeah. 10-second recap, I guess. I'm in Florida right now. I'm working a real job. Get my bankroll back over 5 figures back to Vegas in mid-January. Um, so yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging out. It's been cool. Didn't expect this to go this long. Thanks for 30, 40 viewers. Um, what job? I work for a my buddy's landscape company. I'm kind of like a field supervisor. So I still work. So it's not just running around in a truck all day, but yeah, I kind of like run the company out in the field and yeah, and supervise a crew. So doing that and get paid cash every week. I have a company vehicle, so have transportation. So that's been good. Um, I've run into Vegas. Would you come back to Vegas sooner if someone was to you? Maybe. I think it'd have to be staked at 2.5 or higher. Yeah. I don't think being staked at one. I think I went over this before. When the whole bank stuff happened. Uh, you know, I think being staked at 1.2 and 1.3 isn't that profitable for the stakey. Uh, I don't think there's a lot of risk of ruin for the staker because it's relative low amounts of money, and if you're already a you know decent player, like staker's not really going to lose a lot of money. But it's just really hard for the stakey to gain a lot of money that he couldn't working at McDonald's or something. Stolen money update. Yeah, so it's fortunately there's not like a whole lot of update. It's just kind of like a hurry up and wait game. Um, as far as uh, man, I'm like getting like deathly ill and I have stuffy nose and everything. Um, yeah, so all my info is looking good. My case is looking good from what my attorney tells me. All it's looking fine. There's no reason to think that my case would not be thrown out and that they would have a reason to reject it. So that's good. Bad news is it takes forever, almost literally forever. You know, for that to uh materialize. So um yeah, so it's just like they have a court date and then people talk. Hey, they send me an email. Hey, nothing really happened. Our next court date is 6 months from now, and we'll talk to you then. And so pretty frustrating, but not much you can do. You just still want your money back, so you just wait, and that's kind of all you can do. Uh, yeah. So it's been an hour and a half stream, guys. I'll leave this up. It's gonna be on my YouTube channel if you wanna go back and watch through it. I answered everything at least 3 or 4 times, if not more. Uh, so yeah, my voice is going, my throat's sore. And so yeah, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon and next vlog before the 30th. Peace.